Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. And I hear you're seeking after some answers. I was confused in regards to, was this the ancestors coming forward to bring a message specifically? But it keeps feeling like the collective. It's like knock, knock, knocking on heaven's doors. It's like I'm knocking on heaven's doors. I'm showing up, but I don't feel like I'm getting no responses, or I'm not getting the answers to the clarity to some of the questions or the situations or the things that I'm dealing with. So it's like knock, knock, knocking on heaven's doors. Like I feel like this ache, like I need to know something. I need to know where I'm at. I need to know where I'm going, whatever the case may be. So I have a deck here that I really feel like will really kind of hone this in a little bit in the area of what is being sought after. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and hit the button real quick. I'm still getting myself situated, but I really needed to get that out. And welcome to Moonlight Truths Tarot. I am Mama Soul Lily. Okay. Okay. All right. And it feels like it's so heartfelt. It's like a cry, like knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I can't sing, but anywho, it feels like a cry, and I feel like the door's answered, and I'm showing up. Especially if this is connecting with you so far. Maybe the song may mean something to you. I don't know. Maybe that's something that you've been feeling inside of yourself. Like your heart just kind of cries, like just been waiting for certain answers. So Mama Soul Lily, if you come across this message, is here to answer the call, to answer the door. Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors in the higher realms of our greatest good. Whose cry, whose door is coming to be answered? Allow me to see, hear, and communicate the messages clearly. Amen. Death card right there, transformation. I'm having a cramp. Said everything else is irrelevant. Let's see. Victory and success. This is the Six of Wands. This is on the edge. You want to know when you're going to have your successes, when you're going to have your triumphs over possibly your adversities, your adversaries, your difficulties, maybe certain people, around you. This is also giving me like someone here, maybe around a people that are like whistleblowers. But these whistleblowers are kind of like talking the talk, but not talking and walking the walk. I need one more. I really desire. Is this the deck, or are we going here with these? I really want one more with this victory, because it's like being publicly recognized. Someone here wants to be seen. Well, I definitely look. I can humbly put myself in this. Because that is what I was talking to my sister about. Like, just to have some type of connection or see some type of growth within my YouTube, channel and things like that. And wanting people to hear the words that vibrate out of my mouth that I channel from the heavens. Okay. Like, I receive that. I accept that for myself, because it's not really a cry, but it feels like, it almost kind of feels like a cry, but it's like you see and so much, you know what I mean? It's like, what is promised to you, what is of your birthright, and it's like you just been out here standing on the edge, almost looking like the fool, sounding your trumpet, trying to show light in the midst, in the midst of the shadow of this darkness. And it's like, yeah, I can relate to this freaking energy currently, right now, period. Anyways, I'm going to pull me out of this. I'm in it. Don't get it twisted, because I am still Christelle. Okay. I listen to my messages and I get bits and pieces of nuggets, but also for me to come to share this world is to share, to let you know that I have experienced certain things, or I'm still experiencing certain things, and I still have certain parts of me that I'm still working through and working on. Okay. That I am still having this human experience as well. And it's not so easy to read all of the spiritual signs. Okay. Anywho, I don't think we need to go here, because this success and victory looks different for everyone. The victory and the success and my desire for, this upcoming new beginning, new year in March 21st, I really want to have a garden that will not give me as much stress that I had last year, that I experienced, that can work more in benefit of me and the garden and my family, and that way everybody can be satisfied and good, outside and inside. Take that metaphorically and figuratively. I don't need this. They were right. Everybody's victory and success looks different. Some of you may want to have a little success within your home, in the structure and people, doing things without having to be told or having to be asked. You might be in a job environment and you just want to have a successful day without things being all discombobulated or feeling so chaotic or out of sorts. You know what I mean? Everybody's story is very different, but I can only give from certain aspects of myself and my experience. Okay. I do desire that I didn't ramble too much. I'm going to go here because I wasn't sure what cards. So I had a few out here, but being that the spectrum of success and victory is so vast, I'm going to use my 108 to see what specifics may want to come here on the table for the collective. That is really not using the voice, the trumpet, the vibrations, heaven's door, the earth body, you trying to reach the earth's door, knocking with the trumpet. Okay. This can be through music, this could be through prayer, your voice, invocations. What are the success and victory? Tools. And what's this one? Corset. First one is corset. And then we have tools. Setting boundaries. This is in order to achieve certain success within structures, there's certain boundaries that needs to be made, certain precautions. There's also a need to release people pleasing with the four of Aquarius being here. That's the people pleasing, being together. Posture, pose. So maybe that's something that some of you may need to incorporate, in building up the posture, in using the tools, in how you want this success to actually look for you, building it, setting the foundations, because this is tight. That's like foundation, that's structure. My voice is really trying to get the best of me, and I'm trying to work through this energy, so do bear with me, fam. Application, applying. I'm having the worst. I got to get something else to drink. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I know, but I don't know. Yeah, it's almost like some of you, some of the answers, the clarity for what it is that you want to achieve, or how it is that you want to serve and show up. It's like there's a need to really prepare. Like Utilize the tools, follow the rules in the building process, the steps that lead you there. There's also someone here that there's something that you may have to take matters into your own hands. Yeah, because I got the tools and the corset, the masculine, feminine energy. Santa Morte or those. How is the corset here to support? That corset is also very tight and it shapes the waist, shapes illusion. What's the illusion? What stands behind you? Leave it there. What stands behind you? Leave it there, because some of you kind of want to look back because you feel like the fool. Look at the ledge. That's a natural depiction of the fool. Just a little different here, but the ledge and being on the edge of it. But it's like in submission and surrender with the bended knee, which is giving like that ready to serve, right? I don't know. There's something that you're ready to serve. There's something. Well, yes, I am. If I put it in myself in these shoes, yeah, I'm ready to serve. You know, there it is. 6 of Pentacles, ready to serve. Ready to serve without restrictions. You know, this is equality, fairness, and justice. This is acknowledging and seeing people as sovereign individuals. Here with the 6 of Pentacles. That is true victory and success within harmony. The infinity of the 8, this cycling of life and death, you know, talk, be quiet, share, be stingy. You know, it's like that's the boundaries, setting the proper and healthy boundaries. But the money is here, the success, the physical acknowledgement, because this almost looks like the bouquet of sunflowers being thrown, and almost like the brideswomen, you know, coming to catch it. And I heard the groomsmen. I really feel like this goes here. So it just feels right, because it's something that we're trying to achieve. You know, it's really something currently that we are trying to achieve. And that's why knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I might have to title this that. I know it's a song. I don't know who sings it. I just got the melody. I could have it a little off. I don't know. The foundations. What do we need to see of the foundations? It's really feeling more like boundaries from people pleasing or trying to be, you know, all prim and proper, that your bustier gotta be, and your hips gotta, be within the supremacy in the image that they say that our feminine bodies or our masculine bodies are supposed to look like. That we're supposed to be all held together, you know what I mean? Like those that are larger within the X of larges, you know what I'm saying? Like there's something wrong with that, because I know people that are really big, like 5X big, and they eat a good diet, they exercise and things like that. And some of this stuff is just inherited. Let's see if we can get a card out. I don't like this. Something inside me was really feeling torn. So this is just the interaction of my ego, myself, and my higher self. Earth and Hollow, Miss Christelle. What's going on? What don't you like? That you're still up? I mean, that you're recording? I mean, like, what's good with you? having the inner conversations, the tools, the protocols, the preparations, the equipment, the application, the tools. Something feels like it doesn't have what it takes. So some of you may feel like you don't have what it takes. You don't have the abilities or the skills to build what it is that you need to build, or to fix the things that you need to fix, but you do. Sometimes when you're at heaven's doors and you keep knocking and you're not getting an answer, and you're not getting an answer, sometimes you have to pull back and reevaluate the tool, right? Maybe it's not the trumpet, maybe it's not the hammer, maybe it's not the pliers, maybe it's not the corset, maybe it's not the rocks, maybe it's not the pebbles, you know, maybe it's just simply the intentions or the motives behind what the success that you desire to look like. Maybe it's leaning on your own insight and understanding in what you feel should be coming forward. So it's like a little bit of a reassessment here, especially for those that feel as though that they don't have the adequate tools. And then I'm hearing, for some of you, how do you know if you have the adequate tools or not, if you're not utilizing them, if you're not sharing them? Tools can also be our skills and our gifts that we have spiritually, okay? Yeah. If you're not sharing them, what is this? The Queen of Wands. They're utilizing the tools if you're not sharing them. The Queen of Wands, it's like excitement, This is confident. Yeah, you're not feeling confident in that masquerade, in that false figure. So some of you are really feeling trapped, not inspired. These are the boundaries against your heart. I mean, not against the boundaries. Well, yeah, in protecting your heart without building walls that keeps the heart suffocated and not being able to freely express itself, its emotional self, its soul self. So some of you, some may deal with a level of depression because of this waiting and wanting certain things to be in a certain way. How can they use, what tools? What is the application? I feel like this is in the past. Like this is the past in which you've been feeling, the disappointments, feeling like you got to be prim and proper. You got to be in this category. You got to be in this, group or in this stock. See all those cattle? Like you got to be a certain stock. You got to be an Angus or a da 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 da, or you're not in, because the Queen of Wands is about image as well. Appearance, flamboyance. And this Five of Cups with it is like, feeling like you can't play the part. You're not the what is it, the privileged one, the privileged lady, or the privileged man. You're not able to play the part. It's not meant for you to play the part because it's not fair. Fairness is right here. It's not fair. So it's like you don't want to play that part no more. So really, this is like the future, like the tools. So what is this with the tools that we need to see? Justice. That's still that six of Pentacles. What is justice? Balance, truth, harmony. This is what I was saying earlier in regards to utilizing the tools, applying the self to be able to build. And the Knight of Wands. This is fast. These are soul tools. Let me process a little bit more of this. This is masculine energy. This is giving the tools, and this is giving accountability, holding the self accountable. Yeah, this is like the planning and writing down, seeing what format, what tools you need in the visionary work to, get into what the success and victory really looks like for you. What are the parts that you need to do to get things to work in harmony and balance for you? Instead of fussing about the plate that your daughter left or your husband left on the table, just to make your world better or to feel a little less stressed, a little less stressed, just go ahead and get the daggone plate and just go ahead and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? If they drop their pants on the daggone floor, in the middle of the daggone floor, instead of bitching and griping and whatever about it, being being uptight, being uptight about it, just go ahead and do something. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and remove the obstacle out your way. If that's creating, an upheaval from you being able to get to what it is that you want to work on and do. Conclude, I heard. What is the takeaway? You have to be fair to yourself. Use your senses. Use the tools, the things that you have around you to really get you moving to where you want to be. I heard what you have forgotten. You want that deck? The authority of your power. What you have forgotten is the authority of your power. And there's the fulfillment of wishes. Isn't that what your victory and your success and what you desire and what you're knocking on heaven's doors for your dreams, for your heart's fulfillment, for you to experience the success and the victory that you are deserving, that you feel and know that you are deserving of? And then here we have freaking authority with the freaking emperor, the identity of oneself, the rising, okay? Whatever your ascendant is that authority. It's the I, okay? I am, okay? And then we have the star with hope, the leadership power, the justice. This is like all due respect. This is like really claiming your authenticity and really allowing it to shine bright and move forward because of the inner work and the inner journey that you have done. And it's like those that still need to build, you're going to come to the awareness of the self. You're going to come to the awareness of where you set unhealthy boundaries, where you need to sit good boundaries, where you've been allowing other people to rob and steal you of your happiness and your joy and of your own sovereign rights. You've been allowing how you're going to come to see this. Clarity is here. Justice is here. You're going to come to see how you've been trying to fit in a role of something or someone else, trying to be prim and proper, right? Trying to hold your panties up when a certain image, but those panties or those pants is too big or those shoes are too big for you to put on your feet because those are the wrong shoes. They're not the ones for you. I do say, if you have made it this far, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that bell notification, and all of that good jazz. And until next time, my beautiful souls, victory is yours. You just have to tap into it. You just have to bring the necessary adjustments. Okay, whether you got to build it, whether you got to fix it, whether you got to restore it, but it also requires fire, fire, fire. Okay, action, desire, assertion. Okay, without aggression. And that is all Mama Soul Lily has for you. And until next time, good night.